Hey guys, what's up? I'm back, and today I'm resurrecting roller coaster reviews. Yes, it's been a really long time, like 2 years, over 2 years since I've last done a roller coaster review. So why am I doing them now? Well, it's been over 2 years since I've ridden a roller coaster as well. So now I finally, we went to Michigan's Adventure, and now I got a couple new credits, and now I can do reviews on them. So yeah, my coaster credit tally is now up to 21, which is not impressive for many people, but it's better than 19. So, anyway, today I wanted to do our review of the Mad Mouse Michigan's Adventures Wild Mouse roller coaster. Now it took me like way too long to ride this ride, okay? Because we went there 3 years ago, right? And trying to figure out, get on the ride. It was raining at the beginning of the day, so the ride was shut down. And so then people didn't, and then when it finally reopened at the end of the day, like an hour and a half wait. And it didn't look worth it for an hour and a half wait. So we didn't do it. Took me 3 years to get back to Michigan's Adventure, but when we finally did, I was able to finally get on. It was about a 20-minute wait. And I didn't have a lot of expectations going into this ride because it's right at the front of the park. So you see it and you think, oh, it's a little small. It's got a few like little flat twists and turns and dips and stuff. A lot of what they call switchbacks. But you get there, right, and you get on the ride, and the capacity for it's pretty bad. They have like 10 cars that they can run at a time. I think at a time. They were running like 7 out of the 10 when we were there. But the line was, 20 minutes long, which was probably the first or second longest wait in the park that we had. That was for a ride. The other one being Wolverine Wildcat was about the same amount of time, I think. But they were running a little bit more efficiently. But it's whatever, and can't really do anything about it. But what happened is we get in there and it's like 4 a car, right? Because it's like these Wild Mouse coasters, it's 4 to a car. So the 3 of us get in it, and I didn't expect much, okay? And the dispatches were weird because you get in, and there's only one entrance, right? Only one entrance. So you get in and you sit there and you're waiting to go, and like 2 other cars go before you go, so that they can run multiple at a time. But we go up the lift hill, and the lift hill is actually pretty steep, and you get a nice view of the parking lot as you are going up because it's right in front of the park. But you get there, and the switchbacks, I was not expecting the switchbacks to be as intense as they were, but holy crap, like we go around the first turn, I'm like, over this way, and then we go over the other one, and we're like, over this way. Like, it was intense. These switchbacks just throwing you all over the place, and then we finally started picking up some speed after the initial first drop. It doesn't have a huge like first drop, but it you drop down and it's really fast how these go, and you're dropping in and you start to pick up some speed, and you're just like more turns, just go boom 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 boom, right? And then you get to the airtime. The airtime on this ride was actually not pretty decent, actually. We got some pretty sick airtime at the end. I'm like, and my knees and my thighs were getting up into the lap bar and just like slamming up into the lap bar. And that's the only time that it ever happened during the day. And it was intense. And then we finally come to a stop, and it was over. It was pretty decent length, I thought, for how compact the ride was. The coloring scheme definitely needs an upgrade. It's a little bit faded. The lights, they don't even work. They don't even use the lights because it's not a night. They don't go open at night. And then, there really isn't much other than switchbacks, a couple drops, and then a few airtime hills. But they definitely do pack in a lot of excitement in this ride. The capacity for it and its location, like it was a little bit, it's like you go into the main entrance of the park and you have to go off to the right, this little obscure area to get to the coaster. Like you see it when you're coming into the park. It's like in the parking lot over to the right a little bit, and you see it and you're like, oh cool, I want to ride this. Then you get there and it's nothing, and you can't find it. But apparently a lot of people were able to find it, because when we got there, we wanted to do it right away because I knew it was a credit I still needed to get. We checked the wait time for it, and it's a 90-minute wait. 90-minute wait. How is that ride have 90-minute wait? Probably because it was right at the front of the park. But when we did it, it was like 20 minutes, so it didn't really matter. But so overall, ranking it with Michigan's Adventures roller coasters, I'd say it's probably not. It's not the best one there because it's not the best, but it is okay. Probably gonna have to give it a 7 out of 10 for me. That might be a little bit generous even. Some good airtime. The switchbacks were really intense. They had some nice bank turns as well that replaced some of the switchbacks for a little bit more variety, which was nice. You can't really do much with theming. The Wild Mouse coasters aren't really well themed at all, or any parks at all, except for the Dark Knight ones at Six Flags. But I mean, it's still a cool ride, and it definitely fits really good at Michigan's Adventure, and I really like it there. But I'm excited to see, like, I know all the Wild Mouses pretty much have the same layout, so it's a pretty cloned ride. But it is a nice compact one. I think it's pretty good for Michigan's Adventure. The capacity is pretty bad, and its location is a little obscure. At least the entrance location. The location of the coaster itself is definitely not obscure. But that's pretty much it for my review. I pretty much went over pretty much everything I wanted to do. I mean, it's definitely not as intense as some of the other rides there. But I think it's definitely got some good airtime, good switchbacks, like I said already. The cars are a little bit themed, and that's really pretty much it for theming. Yeah, 6 or 7 out of 10 is a pretty good rating for this coaster. So, if you're at Michigan's Adventure and it's anywhere under 20-minute wait, 20 minutes or less, I would recommend getting on it. But if it's over that, it's really not worth it. We caught a lucky break with it being about 20-minute wait. But it's definitely not worth it. There are better rides in the park, and there are definitely better parks to go and ride coasters at. And a lot of them have Wild Mouses anyways. So, but anyway, that's going to be my review of Mad Mouse. I got another one coming out shortly from our time at Michigan's Adventure. But then they're going to go dormant again for a little bit. And then later in the summer, I should pick up again a few more credits to do reviews of. And then after that, it's going to be kind of dormant for a little while. Kind of behind the scenes work of maybe where to go, what to do next year, even not this year, but next year and stuff. But hopefully you guys like this roller coaster review. Anybody else there that has ridden Mad Mouse at Michigan's Adventure or any other Wild Mouses at Six Flags, Cedar Fair, or somewhere else, I'd like to hear your opinions about them in the comments section down below. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you guys later. Ride on, and goodbye.